Good morning, everyone. There's a saying that goes, you don't encourage people to take care of their body by telling them to hate it. Due to years and years of dealing with body shaming, wherever I see a mirror or reflective surface of some kind anywhere, I will go closer to it. And then I will start checking the scars on my face, acne, how my hair looks, how my clothes look, hating my skin tone, so on and so forth. But even when I'm not looking at myself, I'm worrying about how I'm looking like to other people, even if they're my own family at home. And I believe that many female teenagers experience something similar to me. Even without social media, society's beauty standards seem to be nothing less than a slim body, light skin, clear face, big eyes, assertive jaw, and much more. But only 5% of women are naturally born to have the perfect body that the media portrays. On top of that, a survey conducted by mentalhealth.org suggests that 90% of women, and out of those, 40% are young teenage girls who are constantly worrying about how they look, like I used to, and still do sometimes. And this is constant anxiety due to body insecurity. Let me start with my story. I used to cry every day after school because I was so tired of the way I looked. I was ashamed of my skin tone because there was no one else like me in the school who would understand me. Growing up, I would constantly hear mean comments about dark skin from my peers that not always had to do anything with me, but just beauty in general. And that slowly started to have a huge impact on how I started to view myself. I was ashamed of the acne and scars on my face, which is why I love the fact that masks were mandatory during COVID. But even when they were not mandatory anymore, I would wear them to school, not for safety or COVID, but to hide my face. If I didn't have my mask on and someone was staring at me, my response was to look away so that I wouldn't see if they're making a face at me because of the way I look. And that I'd feel more comfortable hiding my face behind the mask. When you're dissatisfied with your body, you will often feel depressed and anxious being around people because you think that everyone is just thinking about how you look instead of anything else. But the truth is, many people have issues and problems of their own going on. The truth is, not everyone cares about how you look. In fact, maybe they're actually thinking how they look to you. I always knew that I couldn't satisfy everyone and that I will eventually wear myself out trying to please everyone. But I always tried to change something in myself that I was commented on so that hopefully I would get the same comment again. But there were many things that I couldn't change in my body that I was insecure of. Even now, I still don't understand that there is such a thing called Photoshop. Those celebrities you see on social media, they have a perfect angle, perfect lighting, perfect makeup products covering their real skin, perfect clothing, a perfect cosmetic surgery, and finally, perfect Photoshop editors who will remove every natural feature that disturbs the beauty standards of society. But every time I go to Instagram, I will start comparing myself to them. But then I think to myself, who decided all of these standards and why are we keeping up to them? How many of you scroll through social media and an ad pops up about a product such as whitening cream, cream to get rid of your wrinkles, or black dye to dye your white strands when aging? Companies like these emphasize the fact that fair skin is beauty or stay young. Women try to hide their aging because of the fear that they will be given less attention or that they will lose their beauty. But there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself so that you feel more confident. However, constantly worrying about how your age is starting to show or wishing you were born lighter, our body is not an Instagram image. Now, can anybody raise their hand if they know this woman? I see a lot of you here do. This is Selena Gomez, worldwide known singer and an inspiration to many. The second picture is her appearance at the 2023 Golden Globes. Now you might be thinking, why am I showing this? Selena Gomez. She got brutal and awful comments about the way she looked and how she gained so much weight. Many of you might not know, but she was diagnosed with lupus, and the medications that she took made her gain weight. But even when people knew that, they did not care at all, instead flooded her social media with hateful comments on her weight. She is very beautiful. But just because she is not the perfect size anymore, she's not seen as beautiful anymore. However, her reaction really shocked me. Instead of giving hate back and making a big fuss about it, she simply stated with, I may be a little bit big right now because I enjoyed myself during the holidays. She wished people would understand her more, but that did not affect her self-love and saved herself from more trauma than she was already going through. On the whole, if you experience body insecurity, what can you do to take meaningful steps towards accepting and loving yourself the way that you are? I can say affirmations, getting rid of social media, acceptance, etc. But those are solutions you may have heard of already. So here are some that may require you more work to do. 1. If you're able to change it, then change it. I'm not able to change my skin tone, so I learned to love the way it is and not constantly hate myself because of it. But things like the acne on your face, then get some skincare advice. Is it about your weight? Maybe start with a healthy diet and do some exercise. 2. Try something new every day. Your body is able to do much more than you can think of. Dancing, painting, cooking. Any new success your body is able to achieve will remind you of its capabilities and not its external looks. 3. Stop covering your insecurities. Like I mentioned, I used to cover my face with a mask even when it was not mandatory. Standing confidently and expressing yourself gives a vibe to yourself that your body is loved by you, whereas constantly trying to meet those weight-changing and unrealistic expectations of society will only make you hate yourself even more and still not satisfy anyone. Care, because you love yourself. Care, because it makes you feel beautiful. Care, because it keeps you healthy. And finally, care because you accept yourself. Above all, I would like to conclude this talk by a quote I really loved by Emma Watson. I keep telling myself that I'm a human being, an imperfect human being who's not made to look like a doll. I would like to give a huge appreciation to the TEDxYouth at AISVN team for giving me this amazing opportunity to share my thoughts on this stage today. I would like to thank my family and the school who supported me in the times when I couldn't accept myself. And finally, the audience who came here to listen to me today on this very special day. Thank you.